On the 29th of July 2024, mass stabbing targeting young girls occurred at the Heart Space, a dance studio in the Meols Cop area of Southport, Merseyside, United Kingdom. 17-year-old Axel Rudakubana killed 3 children and injured 10 others after a yoga and dance workshop attended by 26 children. 2 girls died at the scene, 6 injured children and 2 adults were taken to the hospital in a critical condition, and a 3rd girl died the following day. Six-year-old B.B. King and 7-year-old Elsie Stancoon died at the scene, and 9-year-old Elisa da Silva Aguirre died in hospital the following day. 9 children and 2 adults were treated for injuries by the North West Ambulance Service. 6 of the 9 children and both adults, Lucas and Hayes, were in a critical condition following the stabbings. The last injured child to be discharged from hospital went home on 8th of August, 10 days after the stabbing. On the 15th of August, a family friend reported that Lucas had been readmitted to hospital due to breathing issues. She underwent lung surgery before being discharged again in late August. Axel Rudakubana was arrested at the scene. He was charged with 3 counts of murder, 10 counts of attempted murder, and possession of a bladed article. He was later separately charged under the Biological Weapons Act 1974 and Terrorism Act 2000 in relation to the possession of writing and a military study of an Al-Qaeda training manual. He pleaded guilty to all 16 charges on 20th of January 2025. When his trial was due to begin, having initially entered a not guilty plea. On the 23rd of January 2025, Rudakubana was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 52 years. No motive for the stabbings was identified. The prosecution suggested that the motivation could have been the commission of mass murder as an end in itself, and no evidence of terrorism was found. After Rudakubana's guilty plea, it emerged that he had a history of violent and concerning behaviour and had then referred to the Home Office anti-extreme programme, PREVENT, 3 times between 2019 and 2021, but was not accepted into the scheme as no terrorist ideology was identified. Prime Minister Keir Starmer promised to overhaul terrorism laws to include non-ideological acts of violence and appointed David Anderson to lead a new review of the PREVENT programme. Here is the timeline for that day. At 10 a.m, the workshop, led by Leanne and her colleague Heidi Liddell, gets underway. 11:04 a.m, Rudakubana researches online for Mari Emmanuel stabbing, the knife attack on a bishop in Sydney, Australia earlier that year. 11:10. Despite the sunshine, he was wearing a green hoodie with the hood and a surgical face mask covering his face when he leaves his home in the village of Banks of Lanarkshire, I should say. One minute later, he is captured on CCTV at a bus stop making a phone call to book a taxi. Around 5 minutes later, he heads back towards home. Rudakubana is picked up and travels in silence for the 4.5-mile journey to Hart Street in Southport. 11:43 a.m. He arrives. He asks the drivers to direct him to 34A, but he refuses to pay the driver, who then follows him down a driveway towards Master's Vehicle Body Repair at number 36A. 11:44 a.m. Rudakubana retreats after the owner of the car repair workshop, Colin Parry, and his colleague confront him, telling him to pay the fare, but Rudakubana replies, "What are you going to do about it?" Inside the dance studio on the first floor of an industrial unit down a path of the main road, children are gathered around tables making bracelets, while a life-size model of Taylor Swift stands nearby full of youngsters to pose for photos. Mr. Lucas opens the window because of the hot weather. She sees the teenager outside but thinks nothing of it. 11:45 a.m. Rudakubana walks into the 34 Hart Street building, climbs up the stairs to the first floor and opens the door, armed with the black handled kitchen knife. Without saying a word, he grabs the girl nearest to him and begins stabbing her, before moving through the room, stabbing as many children as he can. 11:46 a.m. CCTV shows one child as she tries to escape the building but is dragged back in by Rudakubana before she staggers out and collapses. Merseyside 11:48 to 11:56 a.m. Northwest Ambulance Service responds after a call reporting the stabbings. Window cleaner John Verte, then 25, is driving past with his work partner. They stop to help Leanne Lucas, who has been stabbed in the back before fleeing the building with several children. She tells them children are being attacked. After this happened, there's outrage. Because law enforcement wasn't saying anything. The government wasn't saying anything. And you know what happens when nothing is being said? People come to their own conclusions. So rumour got out that it was a Muslim lad. Well, that was it. Boom. Riot started. People were being arrested left, right and centre. And if you put a post up on Twitter or Facebook, you could get arrested, like some people did. And being sent down for 3 years. 3 years for a post, a Facebook post or an X post. I don't believe in violence. And I think those who cause the violence deserve the punishment they got. But those who have only put a tweet out or a Facebook post up or just been in the vicinity of the riot when it happened, no, they shouldn't have been charged and sent to prison. So then all calmed down because of that, because Prime Minister put on 24-hour jury, right, trial. So you could go up in front of a judge at 11 o'clock at night, or whatever. It was open 24 hours. They were seeing loads of people had been sent to prison. Loads. One guy killed himself while in prison. He was a father, a husband, a father, a grandfather. Because he had a post up, a sign. Just a sign. He got sent to prison for, I believe it was 3 years. He was only in there a few weeks and he killed himself. Another woman in there, a mother. Her husband was a Conservative councillor or MP or something like that. She got sent down for 3 years. What for, you may ask? Oh yeah, for putting a post on X. And then, because she was so angry with what had gone on because of what had happened to her like the year before, she went for a walk, come back and took the post down. Because she come to her senses, thought, you know what, I shouldn't have put that there, I'm taking it down. She got arrested and sent down for 3 years. 3 years. for putting a post up. All because that sick piece of shit wanted to go out and kill as many people as he could. We weren't allowed to voice our opinions. Even now, I worry about whether I'm going to get the knock on the door, especially now with the videos I'm putting out. Right? So, this is the case of Rudakubana. He's now in prison doing minimum full life, but a minimum of 52 years. Whether he gets out at 52 years, I doubt it, because while he's been in there, he's already caused trouble. Assaulted the prison wardens. So there's some extra time onto that 52 years. He's not going to get out in 52 years. He's not. Not even if he survives the 52 years. So I'm going to leave it there. So Rudakubana is now in prison for 52 years. And I just hope with the generation that we've got now coming up, that someone won't be so fucking woke and the laws have changed where people like him will not get out of prison. Will not get out of prison. They don't deserve to be breathing the same air. And I'm sorry, but if they had the death sentence in this country, yeah, he'd be one of them. He'd be one of them. Because he killed 3 young girls, innocent young girls, at a Taylor Swift themed yoga dance class. Beginning of the summer holidays, I had 6 weeks summer holidays looking forward to, and I thought I'd start it up by going to one of these classes. Thank you all for watching. If you've liked what you've seen and heard, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, and leave me a comment. All those 3 helps with the analytics and it pushes the video out more. So until the next one, stay safe.